the idea that someone could go out and massacre a bunch of strangers, that just seems like it can't be the product of a healthy mind. And so people naturally reach to mental illness and say that person must be very disturbed. But on the other hand, what we know about the mass shootings that have occurred in recent years is that most of these individuals did not have a diagnosis of a major psychiatric disorder. They tend to be alienated, isolated, troubled, maybe emotionally disturbed young men, for the most part, who act out this really deviant cultural script. But the overwhelming majority of people who suffer from mental illnesses in the United States do not engage in violent behavior and never will.
One gun owner I spoke with said, "What is so wrong with violating HIPAA if it means that we stop a weapon from getting in the wrong hands?" What are your thoughts on that?
There are a lot of misunderstandings about the federal privacy law that's often referred to as HIPAA. And many people think that it is absolutely inviolable for say, a mental health professional to disclose that an individual that they're seeing poses a risk of harming someone or someone else, and that's actually not the case. When there is an imminent risk that someone poses, mental health professionals and other clinicians can actually disclose that information and take steps to mitigate the risk. Now, I should say there is an important story relating mental illness to firearm-related injury and mortality, and that is suicide. The majority of gun deaths in this country are suicides, and mental illness plays a strong role in suicide. This is a problem that we could solve if we had the will to have policies and laws that would meaningfully address access to firearms when people are inclined to harm others or themselves, and also address the social and psychological determinants of violent behavior at the same time, such as people with a history of domestic violence or a history of misdemeanor violent crime convictions, or maybe multiple DUIs or things like this, have better criteria at the point of sale. But I think some of these sensible policies have very wide public support among gun owners and gun owners alike. And this is a time when I think we really should take advantage of the attention that people are paying to this and really do something.